Hey guys, so I hope that you're all doing well. I hope that I'm doing well. Joni Mitchell said in a beautiful song, "The last time I saw Richard," which is, of course, it's the end of the album Blue, and it's a really beautiful album, and it's a heartbreaking album. And towards the end of it, there are some of the most heartbreaking songs, like River, and then it's. I wish I had a river that I could. I wish I had a river that I could. I think like skate away on or something. Whatever. But then the last time I saw Richard ends out the album. I quoted it in full towards the end of my Matthew Substack era. And it's such a beautiful song, and of course, it's the last time I saw Richard. It's the last time I saw Dick. The last, I'm not trying to trivialize it or make it profane. Actually, I think that that's sort of there in the title, and I think it might be kind of a secondary message. But in any case, the song is about. It's about just like the song with Sheryl Crow. Of course, this was earlier, 15, 20 years maybe, whatever. But 10, more than that. Keep both. So just like the song with Sheryl Crow, All I Want to Do, which is a beautiful song and a beautiful album itself, I might prefer Tuesday Night Music Club by Sheryl Crow to Blue. Well, Blue's really good by Joni Mitchell. Hey Jira's really good by Joni Mitchell. But yeah, that song, The Last Time I Saw Richard, I'm gonna look it up. Hopefully this is fair use. There are enough videos on YouTube with actual songs from like profiles of the people who didn't record them. Not to mention like lyric videos with those songs, so like part of the appeal is that it is the song, but it's also the lyrics. So even if they had the song on like the official Joni page, then you might watch the lyrics video to see the lyrics version. But I'll tell you some of the lyrics because this is beautiful. So, just like Sheryl Crow sat down in the bar, like on a weekday afternoon, looking out, just setting up this beautifully depressing scene where she and this guy are drinking. He's like fucking lighting matches at the bar, and they're looking out at all these hardworking people like washing their cars, or getting their cars washed like on their lunch break. And these two people are just in this sad like fucking bar, and the guy says something apropos of nothing, whatever. With the Joni song, here she is, and she's in this midnight cafe with a man whom she seems to know, and he's basically like he's a very jaded man, and the thing is, the song, it's similar to the Robert Frost poem, actually, The Road Not Taken, where you realize near the end that the song is actually from the perspective of years after this encounter. And Joni Mitchell is, in any case, the first half of the song, this guy is kind of calling her a fool. He's kind of well, let's see. Yeah, The Last Time I Saw Richard. Well, she starts it out actually that way, because this album, it says, was released in 1971, Blue. The last time I saw Richard was Detroit in '68. And what did Roger Sterling say in Mad Men? Roger Sterling said, Detroit, it's all fun and games until they shoot you in the face, right? So Roger Sterling characterized Detroit in that time period, actually. So apparently Detroit wasn't that great back then either, and I think its reputation only kind of got worse. Maybe it's gotten a little better with Eminem trying to publicize it, but it might still be a shitty place. Hold on. Or at least a place with a lot of fucking unhappy people and suffering and great misery. But Yep, here you go. So this guy starts a song lecturing Joni on how all romantics meet the same fate someday. Here we go, quote, cynical and drunk and boring, someone in some dark cafe, unquote. He says, you laugh, you think you're immune. Go look at your eyes. They're two, it says they're two blue moons. I think in the song, she actually says they're full of moons for what he says here. They're like roses and kisses. Oh, I think he said, yeah, I think these lyrics are wrong. You know what? I'm gonna go look at the actual effing lyrics on her actual website. I have the album, but okay, yeah, no. Let's read the actual. Yeah, go look at your eyes. They're full of moon. Oh, interesting. You like roses and kisses, and pretty men to tell you all those pretty lies, and that's a reasonable criticism. That's a hugely reasonable criticism, especially for someone like Joni Mitchell, who, beautiful poetry notwithstanding, she's basically an early Beyonce, just celebrating women not staying with men, celebrating this horribly sad life. And the album's called Blue, of just going from man to man and being fucking used like crazy. Just like Sheryl Crow, actually, although Sheryl Crow, I guess like Joni Mitchell, kind of shows you the sadness in it. You know what? Sheryl Crow, I think, is a little more honest, because it's like, her songs, they sound happy, but if you actually listen to them, it's right there. They're just fucking miserable. Even I Want to Soak Up the Sun. Even I Want to Soak Up the Sun. It's they're beautiful summer songs. I remember them from my childhood fondly. But I didn't realize until hearing Stefan Molyneux talk about the aforementioned one, not I Want to Soak Up the Sun, but All I Want to Do. Until I heard Stefan talking about it, I didn't realize, like, wow, like, the Sheryl Crow songs that I loved were devastating, because I don't think I really listened to the lyrics when they were on the radio. Anyway, Joni, when you gonna realize they're only pretty lies, just pretty lies? Absolutely. And this, I wouldn't say these are pretty lies, because this is a beautiful. Apparently, the story goes that Joni Mitchell, like she recorded this album like in her closet or something, and like when she had finished recording it, like she was just like sobbing. And anyway, I know it's not attractive, and perhaps rightfully so. I know it's not attractive for a guy necessarily to be sort of breaking down while talking about this, but it's pretty lies that women are told to get, not only for men to tell them to sleep with them, but for the society and the culture through people like Joni Mitchell. Maybe not so much Sheryl Crow, because she kind of doesn't romanticize it. Her stuff kind of comes off as fun summer songs rather than like totally like vacant, let's just fuck a bunch of guys things. But then Beyonce, I think she might be the fucking worst of it. That song Irreplaceable, just fucking horrible. Terrible. Is that Beyonce? Just a terrible song. I was listening to it at work the other day. It was on, and I was thinking, like basically this song is the anthem for women, leave your man, because there's always someone better around the other corner, except every time you just get used and used up more and more, and that's what it is. And so this guy is lecturing Joni Mitchell, and he has every fucking point in the world, and yet Joni is caught in this horrible cycle of fucking self-abuse and degradation. And so they're basically, the barmaid comes by, he put a quarter in the fucking, Wurlitzer, as she says, and watched it. He pushed 3 buttons and the thing began to whir. Just beautiful poetry here. I'm not kidding. Joni Mitchell, probably some of the best poetry, maybe the best poetry in any music that I've ever heard. Literally, this and Hey Jira. Consider them poetry books. Whoever wrote them, I don't know if Joni did herself, whatever. Coyote is worth every piece of gold in the world. But, okay, so the barmaid said, drink up now, it's getting on time to close. And then here's Joni, and here's her response to Richard. Richard, you haven't really changed, I said. It's just now you're romanticizing some pain that's in your head. You got tombs in your eyes, but the songs you punched are dreaming. Listen, they sing of love so sweet. Love so sweet. When you gonna get yourself back on your feet. Oh, and love can be so sweet, love so sweet. And that is the criticism of a man. He gives the exact perfect criticism of a woman. You've been programmed to go and sleep around and abuse yourself, and you're just gonna meet the same fate as all the other romantics. Cynical because you've been used and you've been abused, and you just think that's the way it is. But no, that's what you've been putting yourself through because you've been told to do that. You've been conditioned to think that's the way it is, and this has led you down to this dark path, like Anton Chigurh said. If the road you followed led you to this, then of what use was the road? Cynical and drunk and boring someone in some dark cafe. You're not even interesting them. You're drunk. You're drunk to clear up your own pain, to clear it away. You're cynical because your life has been destroyed because of the conditioning you have followed from people, maybe like Joni, certainly like fucking Beyonce and Rihanna. Oh man, name a bad white girl. Oh, I could probably name fucking several. I kind of like Britney Spears, but, you know, I love the song Freak Show, just as a song, but, you know, Britney was not she was probably a terrible influence, actually. Just all the young girls who, like, dress sluttier because they, you know, whatever. Anyway, and, oh, Matt, slutty, it's like, yeah, I'm not trying to make them sound bad. I'm saying they're doing something that is probably just making their life worse every day. Anyway, just a little more degradation, just a little more of them feeling like they are an object to be used by men because they're conditioned to be used by their music, and then the men are conditioned to use women by their rap music and shit. And then the metal guys over here, they're conditioned to be angry or something, but they're not so conditioned to use women. And so, oh wow, the rap guys, the people who listen to all that shit, wow, they actually seem to be getting a lot of women. And oh, the metal guys, often enough it seems like they're kind of on their own and shit. Oh wow, let's look at the fucking conditioning. Oh, the other guys are being told to use women. Oh wow, and then the women are all listening to sort of mainstream shit because I think women are less likely to break out of the mainstream because I think they're more biologically engineered, or geared rather, maybe, whatever. Although they say men are pigs and pygmies and stuff like that, who knows where we fucking came from, but engineered or not, women may be geared actually to be more communal and certainly like more essentially like not fighting it out, but maybe talking it out. But perhaps that kind of makes it easier to hurt them in terms of getting them to follow, like, oh well, this is where the community's going. This is what seems to be presented, and so I'll follow along. And it's nice sounding. And Beyonce's got a nice enough voice and the production is good, and then they act like this. So now, Joni is criticizing the fucking incel. She's criticizing the man because with this one fucking line, she's got, other than the tombs in your eyes with the songs you punched are dreaming, and then love can be so sweet, which is what I was thinking of when I started talking about this. Love can be so sweet. It's like you're fucking, she's talking to the guy who's like, oh, fuck women, because I don't think I am, well, on some level I am this guy with the next little thing, which is sort of the encapsulation. But with this other thing, it's like, the sin of, oh, fuck women, like, oh, it's like, no, like, you're cutting yourself off from love, and yet the songs you punched are dreaming. The metal songs that you probably listen to, you fuck women guy, or you fucking evil rap fucking fuck women guy, and I was a rap guy for a long time. I was also less of a good person back then. There you go, right? But, hold on. But look, you cynical man, you hate women, you're angry and perhaps rightfully aggravated at women because anytime a woman has shown you interest, she might have been pulled away by the tide of the next most evil man in the room. And you're just standing there, like, sincerely saying, well, I was trying to kind of, I just felt like I was in a mode of like going more slowly with this, but you needed me to like act fast and like fucking basically dominate you, for you to not be swept away by somebody who would do that. So maybe you are a little angry. But then Joni said, love can be so sweet. And it's like, what is your fucking life, dude? Your fucking life is nothing. Like, you are just miserable. You've been suffering, and the one greatest thing that you could have, the one greatest experience that you could have, you're just barring yourself off from it because of how nasty and ugly everyone else is. So love can be so sweet, man. But then this is the condemnation or whatever. This is the condemnation or conviction or whatever. This is what she would say to all men. And this applies to me as well. And this applies to, well, basically this is not the predators, because this is where the predators get over on the fucking good guys. When you gonna get yourself back on your feet? That's what it is. It's like, yeah, okay. Well, I as a woman have been taken in by this society, and I've been used and abused, and I've allowed myself to be used and abused, and maybe I've had loving men who were right there, and then I ended up not even like giving them a chance, or if I did, I might have broken up with them. But I likely ended up not even giving them a chance at all, because no, I was swept away too fast by this other guy who just wanted to fuck me. And if I had spent the same time with this other guy, maybe I would have had the love of my life and a marriage. But instead, no, I allowed myself to be swept away. Well, guess what, incels? Guess what, guys? And I don't say incels like to demean men, because I probably identify more with people who would refer to themselves or be referred to as such, even in a real way, not just the bullshitty like, oh, you're an incel, I'm gonna say something that sounds mean and to make you feel bad. And it's like, oh, really, girl? You're gonna say that? So you're gonna value me based on how many women I treat like meat? That's a pretty degrading thing to say to me about your fucking self. But in any case, she's saying like, well, yeah, all you guys, all you synth cells, everyone, Matt maybe included, when you gonna get yourself back on your feet? Here I am. Here I fucking am, and I'm waiting for a good guy, and I could have been fucking saved by a good guy like you, because you do have the fucking power to come and sweep me off my feet and help me not fucking fall into a pit of evil men and fucking misery. And instead, you fucking done what you've just allowed yourself to be fucking just not destroyed, but you've let yourself be very, very hampered by all the things that you see that are going horribly in the world, and you don't realize that you have the exact same power that these other pieces of shit do. And just like I'm allowing myself to be sucked in, and I might not be sucked in by these fucking vile pieces of human shit who basically fucking rape me, and I go along with it because they're more confident and I feel like I want to be with somebody. Well, you know what? You could have come and been the guy that I could have been with, but no, because you fucking, if my sin was going along with just whatever fucking evil sway of the wave of the world is, whatever the evil sway of the wave of the world is, then you are going along with the wave just smashing you down, and you didn't fucking get back up, or you've been smashed by wave after wave, and you let yourself be hit down like the Never Knows Best going hollow thing with Dark Souls. You've let yourself be hit down, and you lost the game not because you got hit down or died in Dark Souls, but because you died and you didn't fucking continue. You didn't fucking go back and try to get your souls, or if you lost your souls, you didn't fucking go back and get more souls, because they're always, or often, maybe not Dark Souls 2 with a certain champion mode or whatever on, but, or you go into the one Covenant or whatever, which I did, I think, on my first playthrough, and it was kind of nice, because you defeat all the enemies and eventually they don't come back. But in any case, you didn't come back. You didn't fucking come back, Matt. And I think I am coming back now, but it's like, for a long time, you didn't fucking come back. And how about the girl in college, Matt? You would, if you had fucking taken that more seriously in the first place, it probably would have gone differently. Now, here's the thing. She probably wouldn't have stuck around, given how her conditioning was. She probably would have left your life, but then maybe you would have found someone in college that you actually would have loved. Wasn't there that other girl that you were interested in, Matt? There you go. Could have fucking been her. Oh, she was a little more conservative, too. Oh, wow. What a fucking surprise that was. Oh, there was another girl who had a conservative boyfriend, and she seemed to show you, like, interest one time. Not that anything would have happened. She was more a friend, but, like, she kind of pawed at your arm. It's like, you could have gotten a good fucking woman, Matt. You were editor-in-chief of College Magazine. You could have gotten a great woman. And the guy who surpassed you, whom you picked as the next editor-in-chief, he had a girlfriend. You know why? Not because he was pretty fucking tall, and not because he was a cool fucking guy in sort of an interesting way. Not because he was basically like Orin in real fucking life. He was a cool fucking dude. I liked him a lot. But no, because he was a fucking man, and he got a short story published in, he became editor-in-chief of that magazine, and he got a short story published in one of the fucking Emerson literary magazines. You got a fucking poem published in one of them, but his short story was pretty fucking good, man. So there you go. Was your poem as worth as much as his short story was? In any case, Joni's saying, when you gonna get yourself back on your feet?